guys, it's Robin, RsIslandCrafts, and this is Talk to Me Tuesday for Tuesday, May 22nd, 2018. It's been raining every day since the last time we talked last week, and I've been loving it. It hasn't been so much that we've been flooded, but it's just enough to make the grass all nice and green, everything's starting to grow. I love a nice, quiet, calm, rainy day, just staying inside, doing some sewing or some knitting, getting a little crafting done. I don't even mind cleaning when it's raining outside. I do love looking out the window. Now, the rain, of course, has helped wash all my windows, so I don't have to do that on the outside. But it just makes everything so bright and clear. It like cleans the air out, and it's just so pretty right now. Had a nice, calm, quiet week. Monday was my daughter's birthday. Miranda, she turned 27. Happy birthday, sweetie. Mama loves ya. Beyond that, it's been nice and calm. So let's go ahead and see what I've been working on. You'll have to excuse the just showered look that you just saw, but I have a few errands to run today and I'm on a little bit of a time crunch. Anyone who's been following me on YouTube has already seen these neat little wall hangings that I made with the facings. They're both done and we're finished this week. Mr. Froggy, he still needs to have his tongue, and I'm hoping to get him a little tongue sometime this week. It just seems like he's missing something without it. I did make my weekly dishcloth. I really didn't think I was going to finish one this week. It was getting kind of close. This purple, I don't know, they all seem to get a little bit out of square when you're knitting them, but I need to figure out how to do this bottom corner a little bit better. This is where you cast on, and this is where you cast off, and I think I might need to finish it off just a little bit earlier so it doesn't have that little point sticking out. This one, the light color came right in the center, close to the center, which was really nice. So there's my dishcloth. My main focus this week was the stocking cap. And I've gotten so much done on it that you can't even get it all in one frame. This little stitch marker is where it was when I showed you last week. I had really just started it. So I'd gotten a lot done. This one's getting close to being finished. Probably have just about another chunk or so left to do on it. And this will be done in the next couple days. I've also spent a little bit of time working on the matching scarf. This is where I showed you last week. And I managed to change the color a couple more times. Since I spent most of my time working on the hat, because this is just knit, well, knit purl, whatever. It's just the same pattern over and over. The hat has a bunch of decreases, so you kind of spend a little bit more time paying attention to it and following the pattern. So I use this when I'm doing no-brainer time, and I worked on the hat a lot this weekend. This needs to be at least 5 inches long, so, well, it's got quite a bit left on it, but it won't take very long. Have a few appointments today that I'll be working on this, so hopefully I'll get a bunch done. And that was the only thing I worked on this week. I told you I wasn't going to be working on too much because I really needed to get those projects done. I'm sorry if this angle looks a little cattywomper, but I'm trying to keep the light from the overhead light from shining on these glossy postcards. So we received 3 from Wyoming this week. This one's the Grand Teton National Park. I mean, you got like the prairie and the woods, and then you also have the mountains behind, and that old-fashioned, I don't think that one's actually log, well, and then you have the old-fashioned wooden log cabin. That was really pretty. And look at this one. This one's got the lake with the trees and the mountain. This was just a perfect postcard for them. And I love how the mountains always have a little bit of snow on top, it seems. And this is Devil's Tower, and according to the back of it, they're calling it a failed volcano. I want to go ahead and just read you from the back here. This one says, Mega monolith. Thrusting up from the surrounding plain, the tower bears mute testimony to the incredible subterranean forces which formed this failed volcano. This enormous mass of rock never even breached the Earth's surface when it was formed. The surrounding Earth was worn away by erosion. Now, how amazing is that? That the Earth used to be up to here, but it just eroded that far down? That's amazing, shocking, and scary all at the same time. I bet you that's amazing to stand down on the ground and look up at, though. And this one is from Bonaire, Caribbean, Netherlands. There's writing on the back, so I'm not going to go ahead and flip this over. But this is really pretty too, with all the overgrown shrubs and the lake. And then this one came from Rome, New York, which is really funny because this is really where hubby grew up. He grew up in the town next door. And he told me he went here a lot as a child. We spent a couple years in New York and we never made it to there. We kind of saw a lot of snow and not a lot of natural monuments and stuff like that. The Army actually has a Fort Drum that's not very far from here, and that's where they do all their winter training. They say that it's actually colder here in this part of New York than it is in Alaska, and that's scary. When we were living there, I agree with it. It was really cold. And I also received this wonderful card. This person has never commented on my videos, so I wasn't able to thank them personally. So you know who you are. Thank you so much for your little gift, and thank you for this beautiful card. I also received some new fun fabrics for the Rare Bears, some more boy fabrics. These are going to be great because once again there's some older boy fabrics and some younger fabrics, so it doesn't matter if they're 2 years old or if they're 16 or 18, they're still going to be finding something in these bears for them. So there's this really fun hieroglyphic. I'm not sure if there's any type of meanings behind what this fabric is supposed to be, but I just love the color red. There was some of these scraps also included, and they're kind of, it's like, reminds me of a driveway or a sidewalk, and then with a whole bunch of blue speckles in it. And this will go good with the fabric. And then the zigzag chevrons, definitely, everyone who's been sending anything, it's been so wonderful. You guys have been so generous, and everything just seems to match. I'm terrible at matching fabrics, so you guys have taken the thought process completely away from me, and I don't have to worry about it. The little animal tracks. This is a fun school one. This one would be great for teachers with all the different school supplies. And what little boy or girl didn't fall in love with dinosaurs when they were young, right? And then bugs. But they're happy bugs, so it's okay. So once again, thank you so much for sharing your fabrics with me. I love everything that's being sent. You guys have been so very generous. I do still have to work on my project with the hat and the scarf this week because that is a commission project that takes precedence over everything, really. And then I have 3 t-shirt quilts that are being sent to me in the mail that I need to work on. But before all that starts to arrive, I'm going to start cutting out some of the bear parts and get that all ready. Because once they send me the feet and the tags, I want to make sure that I have several bears. I can only order 5 tags at a time, so I want to make sure as those 5 tags come out, I can just stick them in the bears and finish them off and get them out in the mail within that week's time. So I hope you enjoy whatever you work on this week. You have a wonderful week, and I'll see you next time. Bye.